I have an objection. A writ of discovery was filed.
I understand. I saw that your motion, you're essentially stating that the laws of this state and the country do not apply to you. That is not, that motion has no merit and it is denied.
It does not state that it does not apply to me.
Yep, that's fine. All right, Ms. Whoever this is.
In reference to the Fourth Amendment and 14th Amendment.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Yes, Judge. The total amount due to the 22nd is $2,998.
As listed for the plaintiff to rebut point for point as a counter affidavit. The plaintiff didn't rebut the point for point under oath, under penalty of perjury, which means the affidavit stands as truth. Also, Judge, this affidavit stands as judgment in commerce in the tribunal of court.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. L. And Mr. Saunders, I did read through all the documents that you presented. I'll let you make a very brief statement about it if you want, but as long story short, they do not do not present a legal defense to having signed the contract and being obligated to pay rent in this case. So that none of the stuff that you put in there is going to be a defense to that.
Today's upload takes us to Georgia for a double dose of SovCit antics, presided over by the no-nonsense Judge Ann Guerrant. Our first stop is in Dekalb County, where a sovcidiot is entrenched in an eviction battle with her landlord. She refuses to even confirm her name for the record, opting instead to ramble on about her so-called special appearance. But Judge Guerrant is quick to assert her authority, swiftly shutting down the nonsense. Will this defendant's antics force Judge Guerrant to hit the mute button? Or will this SovCit squabble fizzle out before things really get out of hand? Next, we're heading to Fulton County, where a Moorish-American couple is trying to pull off the most audacious move we've ever seen. Allegedly behind on rent payments to the tune of over $14,000. These two knuckleheads decided that the best defense is a ridiculous offense, since they are trying to file a counterclaim against their landlord for a jaw-dropping $500,000. But Judge Guerrant is no pushover, and it's safe to say she probably won't entertain this absurd attempt to flip the script.
She's here.
Well, she's refusing to identify herself, so unless she does that, yeah.
I haven't refused to identify myself. As I previously stated, I'm the authorized representative for that state.
Is your name Brittany Berry?
I'm the authorized representative for that state.
All right, Ms. Berry, we're going to be going forward on a judgment on the pleadings in your case. Mr. Williams, if you'd like to go forward on that now, we can do that.
Oh, sure, Judge. I'd be happy to. I'll just move for judgment on the pleadings, ask for a written 7 days.
Okay.
Which would be, was that 22nd?
That is going to be March 22nd.
I have an objection. A writ of discovery was filed.
I understand. I saw that your motion, you're essentially stating that the laws of this state and the country do not apply to you. That is not, that motion has no merit and it is denied.
It does not state that it does not apply to me.
Yep, that's fine. All right, Ms. Whoever this is.
In reference to the Fourth Amendment and 14th Amendment.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Yes, Judge. The total amount due to the 22nd is $2,998.28 plus costs.
Okay, and that's due from when? When was the last payment made?
Last payment was in January.
I object for the record.
Overruled. So January, what is the monthly payment?
The monthly rent in this case.
Objection for the record.
Okay, you're overruled.
Is $22.40 per month. There's a portion due from February.
Ms. Rodriguez, if you could please keep whoever this is muted.
There's a portion that was paid in February, and then March rent's due. That's why there's only $12.31.12 due.
Okay, so there was a partial payment.
Correct.
And this just includes rent.
This is a denial.
All right.
This just includes rent and one late fee of 10%.
Okay. All right. All right, so that was what the order will look like. Ms. Bear, or whoever you are, I am going to remove you from the proceedings now. Saunders and Mr. Saunders, I'm sorry. If you could all please unmute and raise your right hands. I'm just going to swear everybody in all. Ms. German, if you could unmute for me. You're muted.
Sabrina, okay.
There we go. All right, thank you. Ms. German, if you could please raise your right hand. All right. Do you all swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Affirm.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you all. You can all put your hands down. Okay, so I did previously review the case. It does look to me, I know that Mr. Saunders or Ms. L have filed several documents. I'll let you make your presentation, but I don't see that they're actually responsive to the petition. But I'm going to let Mr. Duda put on his case, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. We would initially file for a motion for judgment on the pleadings, but I'll Sabrina, if you can unmute, please. Sabrina, there you go. Sabrina Germany, can you please state your name for the court, please?
Sabrina Germany.
And with whom are you employed?
Invitation Homes.
Okay. And is Invitation Homes currently the management company for SFR XII ATL owner 2LP, the plaintiff in this case?
Yes.
And when did Invitation Homes is to the best of your knowledge, is SFR, is the plaintiff the owner of the property located at 4348 Carrollwood Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia 30083?
Yes.
Okay. And when did Invitation Homes begin managing that property for the plaintiff?
December of 2023.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, do the defendants, Tenkia Hodges and Jared Saunders, are they the named tenants on the lease for that property?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the current monthly rent for that property?
$2,195
Okay.
base rent.
And pursuant to the lease, are late fees allowed to be charged after what's the late date stated in the lease?
Yes.
And what's the amount of the late fee?
10%.
Okay.
$219.50.
Okay. And since December 1st of 2023, have the tenants made any payment towards the rent on this property?
No.
Okay. And what is as of today, including May's rent, what is the current amount due?
$15,384.98.
Okay. And
what would it be through?
I would need to prorate that real quick, Your Honor. I should have been doing that when I was waiting, but I didn't.
That's all right.
So the current balance prorated through the 22nd is $14,747.72. That does include a late fee for May. I'm not sure if the court allows late fees after the filing of the case, though.
Tell them to bring me my money.
All right. Anything else?
No, I believe that's it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So Ms. L and Ms. Saunders, I can't have you go at once, but Ms. L, if you have some questions for Ms. Germany, you can ask her some questions now. You don't have to ask her questions, but if you wanted to ask her a pertinent question about her testimony, you can do that.
I mean, Judge, I stand affirmed that documentation I did not submit, but that did retrieve later, does not affirm the information that she stated true, correct, and complete. That's why I recorded an affidavit of truth, correct and complete to the court.
Would you want to ask her any questions, though?
I have no questions for her.
Saunders, do you have any questions for Ms. Germany?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So Ms. L and Mr. Saunders, I did read through all the documents that you presented. I'll let you make a very brief statement about it if you want, but as long story short, they do not present a legal defense to to having signed the contract and being obligated to pay rent in this case. So that doesn't, none of the stuff that you put in there is going to be a defense to that. Like I said, if you want to make a brief statement, you can do that. But outside of that, that is, after having read through all of the paperwork you submitted, that is my position based on what I've read that you put in. But Ms. L, if you want to make a brief statement, Mr. Saunders, if you'd like to make a brief statement after that, you can do that. Ms. L, if you'd like to go first.
As I said to Judge, I sent the affidavit. I take full liability under oath. You know, with the demands listed for the plaintiff to rebut point for point as a counter affidavit. The plaintiff didn't rebut the point for point under oath, under penalty of perjury, which means the affidavit stands as truth. Also, Judge, this affidavit stands as judgment in commerce in the tribunal or court. The plaintiff also was using my information, my personal property that I have a claim to. If you see page 2 of Exhibit C and Exhibit B, pages 1 and 2, it states that information.
All right. Mr. Saunders, do you have any statement you'd like to make?
Yes, I affirm that I'm a witness to everything she has stated in the documents in the affidavit and putting her lawful identification on the record. Everything is notarized, true, correct, and complete, and she does take full liability for everything stated and the validity and veracity of everything stated in the documents.
All right. All right. I think that Mr. Duda, do you have anything else?
No, Your Honor, just if the court is going to issue an order in our favor, there is a mention of, in their response to some $500,000. I'm not sure if that's considered a counterclaim or not, but we would ask that the court basically deny any asserted counterclaim.
I did not interpret it as a counterclaim, but
Okay.
as a counterclaim, I will deny it. So I will issue an order today. I do find that there is a valid lease between the parties and that the amount owed, that there has been no rental payments made since December of 2023. I am not allowing a late fee for May, but rent, including late fees, 80%, will total $14,528.22. I will go ahead and issue that order. And unless anybody has any questions, you are all free to go. Go ahead, Ms. L.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I am asking the Honorable Judge to finalize contract between me and the plaintiff for the amount stated in the first part of the Exhibit A.
Okay. As I mentioned before, I did review all of your documents. They have no legal validity, and that is my finding. So I'm going to go ahead and issue order in this case. You are all free to go. You will get a copy very soon of the order. Okay? All right. So Mr. Duda, Ms. Germany, Mr. Saunders, and Ms. L, you are all free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you. Have a good day.
All right, Ms. L, you are free to go.
Judge, I just want to ask one question. I apologize for the
I can't ask her any more questions because I already let everybody else go and they're gone. I can't talk about your case with you by yourself. Okay? I can't ask any more questions. You'll see the order.
Well, okay, so I'm just supposed to wait for the order to find out what it was or what it is?
I told you it's a judgment for $14,528.22 for back rent. And a writ will be available within 7 days of today's date, which is next Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And you'll see that order very soon. Thank you.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.